Babylon stands as one of the most iconic cities in ancient history. Located in modern-day Iraq along the Euphrates River, Babylon was a symbol of power, culture, and innovation in the ancient world. From its rise to prominence under King Nebuchadnezzar I to its eventual fall to the Persian Empire, Babylon's story is one of grandeur, glory, and eventual decline. Here's a deeper look at the rise, peak, and fall of this ancient marvel. Today we will talk about the ancient city of Babylon. Power, glory, and fall. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel. 1. The rise of Babylon. Establishing power and glory. Babylon's early beginnings. Babylon's history stretches back to the early Sumerian period, but it was during the first dynasty of Babylon, around 1894 BCE, that it began to make its mark on history. The city had been founded centuries before, but it was during the reign of King Hammurabi, 1792 to 1750 BCE, that Babylon rose to prominence. Hammurabi is most famous for the Code of Hammurabi, one of the oldest and most comprehensive legal codes in history. Inscribed on a stone pillar, the code outlined laws governing everything from commerce to family relations and civil disputes. This set of laws not only helped to maintain order within the Babylonian Empire, but also had a significant influence on future legal systems throughout history. The concepts of justice, punishment, and social order in Hammurabi's code became a model for governance and law enforcement in civilizations to come. Under Hammurabi's leadership, Babylon grew into a powerful economic and cultural center. His military campaigns expanded Babylon's borders, consolidating various Mesopotamian city-states under Babylonian rule. He also established strong trade networks, enhancing Babylon's wealth and influence. By the time Hammurabi died, Babylon had firmly cemented itself as the dominant city-state in Mesopotamia. However, Babylon's greatest era of glory came centuries later under the Neo-Babylonian Empire, particularly during the reign of Nebuchadnezzar I. Nebuchadnezzar II's ascendancy. Nebuchadnezzar I reigned 605 to 562 BCE, is often regarded as the most powerful and influential king of the Neo-Babylonian Empire. His reign marks the peak of Babylonian power and the city's cultural and architectural achievements. 2. Babylon's architectural and cultural glory. The Ishtar Gate. One of the most celebrated features of Babylon was the Ishtar Gate, a grand entrance into the inner city. Constructed in 575 BCE during Nebuchadnezzar's reign, it was decorated with glazed blue bricks and reliefs of animals, such as lions, dragons, and bulls, symbolizing various gods and powers. The gate was considered one of the most beautiful architectural wonders of the ancient world. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. The Hanging Gardens are perhaps the most mysterious and famed of all the wonders attributed to Babylon. While there is no definitive archaeological evidence proving their existence, ancient accounts describe a series of terraced gardens built by Nebuchadnezzar for his wife, Amidis of Media, who longed for the green hills of her homeland. Whether real or legendary, the idea of the Hanging Gardens continues to captivate imaginations as a symbol of Babylon's grandeur. The Ziggurat of Marduk. The Ziggurat of Marduk, a massive temple complex dedicated to the chief god of Babylon, Marduk, was one of the city's most prominent religious sites. This structure represented the god's divine power and the city's central place in the religious world of Mesopotamia. The ziggurat's design, which included a step-like tower, was typical of the religious structures of the region, though the ziggurat in Babylon was considered one of the grandest of them all. Scientific and intellectual contributions. Babylon was not only a center of military and architectural power, but also a hub of intellectual achievement. Babylonian astronomy made significant advancements in understanding the stars, planets, and their movements. Babylonians developed a sophisticated system of mathematics based on base 60 sexagesimal, which is still used in measuring time and angles today. Additionally, Babylonian scholars contributed to early medical knowledge, and the city became a beacon of learning and culture in the ancient world. 3. The decline and fall of Babylon. Persian conquest of Babylon. 539 BCE. Despite its towering achievements, Babylon eventually succumbed to the forces of the Persian king, Cyrus the Great. In 539 BCE, Cyrus defeated the last Babylonian king, Belshazzar, and took control of the city. According to accounts, Cyrus was able to breach Babylon's formidable walls by diverting the Euphrates River, allowing his army to march into the city on the river. This moment was seen as a dramatic and strategic victory for the Persians. Decline under Persian rule. After the Persian conquest, Babylon lost much of its political power. While Cyrus respected Babylon's cultural and religious importance, the city's role as a center of political power diminished. Over time, Babylon became a less significant urban center within the Achaemenid Empire, and it began to deteriorate. Eventually, the city's grandeur faded as Persian and later Greek rulers focused on new capital cities like Persepolis and Seleucia. Roman and Parthian decline. By the time the Romans and the Parthians rose to power, Babylon had largely lost its former luster. The city gradually fell into ruin due to neglect and abandonment, with many of its majestic structures deteriorating over time. Archaeological evidence suggests that Babylon's once grand walls and gates were slowly eroded, and the city was eventually completely deserted. 4. Babylon's lasting legacy. Cultural influence. Even after its decline, Babylon's legacy has continued to influence cultures, religions, and civilizations. The Babylonian exile of the Jewish people left a lasting impact on the religious and cultural practices of the Jewish community, particularly in the development of Judaism. Additionally, Babylonian contributions to astronomy, mathematics, and law have influenced countless generations. Babylon's symbolic significance. Throughout history, Babylon has remained a symbol of both greatness and downfall. It serves as a reminder of the impermanence of even the most powerful empires. The term Babylon has come to symbolize excess, decadence, and the eventual decay of power, appearing throughout biblical literature and various cultural references. Modern-day rediscovery. Today, Babylon's ruins stand as a testament to its once great civilization. The site of the ancient city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and continues to be an area of ongoing archaeological research. Efforts to preserve and protect Babylon's remains continue, as the ancient city's influence and grandeur remain deeply embedded in global history. Conclusion. Babylon's story of glory and fall. The rise and fall of Babylon encapsulate the cyclical nature of civilizations, reaching extraordinary heights of culture, innovation, and power, only to eventually succumb to the passage of time, internal struggles, and external pressures. Babylon's story offers an invaluable insight into the complexities of empire building and the impermanence of even the greatest of human achievements. Its rich cultural legacy continues to captivate and inspire people around the world, as its history reminds us of both human ambition and vulnerability. Babylon's influence is not merely confined to the annals of ancient history. Its legacy in law, science, and culture continues to shape modern societies, ensuring that the story of this magnificent city is never forgotten. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.